Hi, Pisces. I am doing your love sitch spread for the next week. And we are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and prominent placements. What is going on, Pisces? We're going to take a look at your situation, your energy around the situation, the person who you're thinking about, their energy around the situation, the energy you share together, possible outcome. We're going to look at energy you don't see coming and get some advice. So, Pisces, this is what we have. We've got the Six of Swords reversed. There's some kind of rite of passage that hasn't been traveled through just yet. But here you are traveling through it. So here we have the Six of Wands, and this is getting to the other side of this rite of passage, victorious. I will say this is like having to let something go that you saw at one time as your complete emotional fulfillment. And somehow this cycle ended, and it's hard to go through that rite of passage. It's hard to move through that, get to the other side of that, right? This just kind of popped out while we're talking about this. I'm not asking any questions. I'm just shuffling, and that's coming out. And it's talking about, on one hand, I feel like this is talking about some kind of cognitive dissonance. Like everything is going in this one direction. You thought everything was going to be complete fulfillment. This was the way, this was the path, this was the one. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't. And that to the brain like doesn't even make any sense. It's like everything that I thought was true and real all of a sudden wasn't. And it puts you into this state of confusion. All of a sudden you feel ungrounded. And yeah, let's just continue on. We'll get some clarification here in a minute. Excuse me, Pisces, sorry. So this is this feeling of being stuck. It's like, why didn't this happen? Everything was going forward. This is you being on the other side of something after a long time of not being able to go through the rite of passage. So I also feel like there was an opportunity to, I don't want to say right this because it feels like it couldn't be righted, but there was an opportunity. This came back around, and there was some kind of choice made not to go back through that path again. All right, let's take a look at your energy around this situation. Let me hold on a second. I'm backtracking. Tell me about this opportunity to, yeah, talk about backtracking. Tell me about this opportunity to backtrack. Okay, this flipped around a couple of different times. Um, there was some kind of offer that was made that wasn't taken. So after all of this hullabaloo went down, it came back around. There was another offer that was made. And I feel like you decided not to do that. You decided not to go back down that path again. And I will say that at one time that path looked like 1111. It looked like walking through this threshold of, yeah, complete celebration. Here's the deal too with this card. This is like the foundation that the tower card is built on. And if the tower is built on a foundation that is cracked, it's going to fall down at some point. And so it's like this is the way it was at one time, or at least that's what you thought, but it came down because there was a crack here in the foundation at the very beginning, but you might not have known, or you might not have noticed, or you may have just decided to give a lot of leeway, even though you notice the red flags. But let's take a look at your energy in this situation. You're like, I have learned the lesson. Here's the Hierophant. I've learned a valuable lesson. I've learned the ultimate lesson. I know where I stand. because of this lesson. And, this does feel like you're on the other side of things because this is like, I don't have any regrets. This lesson was far outweighed whatever it was that was lost. You're also talking about divine timing. You're talking about this not being the wheel of fortune or the fairy tale that you thought that it was. The truth came out. Yeah, somebody was lying, cheating, stealing, being a sneaky monkey, and it came out. You're aware of it. You know what the lying, cheating, and stealing was about. You're clear on it. Yeah, and you dumped those cups out like a mofo. Let's check out the person that you're thinking about and their energy around this situation. And their energy is kind of free flowing. They're not having any sort of conflict about it, at least in this moment. They feel victorious. They feel like they're cutting away things that don't serve them. They feel like they're seeing the truth. They are offering their cup of love. Let's just see what that's about. They're saying that they've moved on. I feel like this person may have offered their cup of love. Okay, here's the deal. All of a sudden, this person thought something was easy and free flowing. And they thought they had won something. I feel like this is when this person came back around and offered this. They thought, oh, this is an easy way in. They thought that you had moved on and they offered something. They offered some kind of new love. They offered some kind of new, perhaps reconciliation. Let's see. And then they were faced with, boom, nothing. And I feel like they're talking about your strength here, Pisces. They're talking about, I don't feel like this person thought that you were strong and they figured out that you have a lot of strength. Yeah, this person didn't think that you had a lot of grounding or that you weren't solid in yourself somehow. Like they could persuade you somehow. They just didn't think that you were really locked down or connected into your own values. And the strength card, there was some surprise there because you were. This is also talking about how they value you, and they didn't value you the way that they needed to in order to actually have something solid with you or in a way that you would be giving to them. This person's talking about all of their options. I also feel like this is from the past, though, too. I feel like you recognize how they looked at things with all these options. They were in contact with a lot of other options. What is the deal with this person? I want to say, what is wrong with this person? What is the deal? Because there are a lot of pages over here, and all of these pages, they are talking. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody say they're talking about reconciliation, but with all these pages and all these options, it's like they try to see who they can reconcile with as they go. Like it's like there are a bunch of options. There are a bunch of different little semi relationships, it seems like, that they just keep in contact with or keep in touch with. And none of them get very deep. They may feel that way. It seems like at one time you thought maybe that was a deep, committed, connected thing, but it's their surface. This person is talking about working diligently, working hard, and like they go to work and then they do whatever it is they want, buddy. Like They're just in their own stream of consciousness, creative consciousness, or flow. This is also talking about chemistry, and maybe they connect with people at work with chemistry. Yeah, that's how they meet people, through their work. And they also rekindle things. So they have this pool or garden of people that they just continue rekindling things with. It seems very cyclical. And I will say this though, right now it looks like they are, I'm hearing somebody say stranded. So stranded, feeling alone and by themselves. Yeah, here they are being single or being alone or not having people respond to them the way they would like. Okay, Pisces. Let's take a look at the energy the two of you share. Okay. And here's reconciliation and celebration. Here is the Page of Wands, another page, but the door opening. So you're talking about energy that you share, possibly some kind of reconciliation, door opening, some kind of communication, and that communication coming to a halt with some boundaries. This is about being in transition. This is the Death card, but it's reversed. So being in transition around this, somehow this not yet being over. We do have that Six of Swords up here with this somehow not being over also, even though a decision seems to have been made. You may be thinking about this still. Yeah, here's the Five of Swords. You may be thinking about all of this, Seven of Swords stuff over here, lying, cheating, stealing. But this is also about really a lot of mind manipulation and somebody wanting to win at all costs. And even when I say at all costs, they're willing to win at the expense of others. So this cognitive dissonance up here, it's almost like they get joy from that. They get joy from pulling people out of their innocence, is what it seems like, making them very confused, making their heart and mind confused. Oh, geez, Pisces. Okay, let's take a look at a possible outcome, and then we'll look at energy you don't see coming. So possible outcome here is really looking at things differently, having a different mindset or different understanding of everything compared to what it once was. And I feel like that Hierophant is coming out up here. It's like, I have learned the ultimate lesson. I do think about things differently. And here's this Knight of Cups reversed. Possible outcome is like, I think about things differently and I see what you are offering is something that I am not going to be accepting. Here's the Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups energy is talking about not being aligned with this type of emotion. Here's the Star card. There's a lot of healing that has happened and that is going on right now. And here's Justice. So possible outcome, I feel like this is for you, Pisces. It's like thinking about all these things differently. You're out of this cognitive dissonance and you see the reality and the truth of what was going on here. There's a lot of healing that's happened and justice has happened, karmic justice. So whatever it is that needed to happen in order to put you in a place of justice, it did happen. You are in a better place than where you were before. And whatever karmic justice this person incurred hit them also. Yeah, it really unplugged them. It's like it knocked the wind out of them. I even said wind earlier, but this is like unplugging energy from something, cutting cords. Whatever happened was karmic justice. Karmic justice happened for you because of how someone treated you. But whatever it was that did happen, it put you in a different direction. It put you in a different trajectory that was actually your karmic justice. It was the best thing for you. This might have even been a good thing for a while, but when it was time to not be part of this anymore, something happened to put you in the right path. Let's take a look at, even if it didn't feel good, it did redirect you. Let's take a look at energy that you don't see coming. Pisces. House. Courtship. Concern. Official person. And marriage. Energy you don't see coming. I am getting the feeling that you are solid, safe, and secure, and someone comes back into the picture. And it looks like they come back into the picture, and it could be this person again trying to come back around, even after what has happened here. Um, they come back, it might even be with some kind of message of concern. I am not trusting this message of concern. It's like they're okay. On one hand, they might try to say something like, oh, I'm really concerned about you. You know, things that you said, like, I'm worried about you. Are you okay? Like, they might try to gaslight the smack out of you and try to make you sound like you're whatever, crazy, or you don't sound well or something like that. Or um for some of you, I feel like somebody could come back in and tell you that they're not well. However, I feel like you have an official person. I feel like you even could be in a very committed relationship or a relationship that's leading to more of a solid commitment, even marriage type commitment. So energy you don't see coming. I feel like this is still in the air and it's still something that you are dealing with. Let's look at, what does this person that you're thinking of, what is it that they want to say to you? Oh, wow, check it out. We will be together again. Okay. So this doesn't feel like it's completely over just yet, or at least with this person, with this communication, with the energy. I'll take this one off the top here. I hope that you can forgive me one day. And we'll get one more. I want you. Very possibly because you're not available, Pisces. And I want to ask your angels and guides, messages of love oracle, what's going on here with this relationship? What's going on here with this connection? Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. Okay, if anybody is in a different relationship than the one that you were thinking about, that's what I feel like this is for, here and now, presently. I feel like this is also your angels and guides talking about living in the past and living in the future versus what is here and now and true right here in this moment. Rejection. This is what happened earlier. This rejection is actually divine protection. That's exactly what this justice card feels like. And obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. I'm actually kind of surprised that we didn't see the devil card in this spread, but we did not. But that's what I was kind of feeling, some obsessive energy. But a lot of times, I mean, obsessive energy from this person, not just with you, but with you as well, especially since you're not available. But with this other, all these pages, all this back and forth conversation with many different options. It's like someone feeds off of the energy of that. Okay, let's take a look at your moonology, Pisces. What is your advice around this? What do your angels and guides want to tell you? Going forward, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. This is most definitely about moving forward into your divine highest and greatest potential. Step out of your comfort zone. I also feel like that has to do with stepping out of programs and patterns from the past that pull you in to relationships that don't totally support you. A win-win outcome is forecast. I feel like that's true. Again, with this is full moon in Libra with those scales. I feel like that has to do with your justice. We'll pull one more. Yeah, it's a time for healing. That is also the Star card. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I will see you in your next reading. Bye, Pisces.